Yom HaKippurim Perek Aleph Halacha Vov. The Rambam begins. Kol Shivas Hayom Lo Yoyer Moinim in Menu Machal Mashke. All 7 days that he was being prepared before Yom Kippur, they would not refrain from giving him any type of food or drink. In these 7 days, we see in the Peirush, the Kohen Gadol was separated from to his office in the Migdosh. They would not keep from him any type of food. Like as the Mishnah cites the Mishnah in Yuma, all of these 7 days they wouldn't keep from him any type of food. And we have to point out that he changed the lashon of the Mishnah, and he took the lashon machol umashke rather than mishte. And mishte means feasting, and mashke means drinking. In Teiz Yishonim 18a, we find the machlokes if it's mutter for a kohen who's doing work to drink other drinks which cause him to become drunk that are not wine. In Chumash Vayikra it says, wine and old wine don't drink. So it could be that the intent of the Rambam in the change of language is to tell you that any type of drink that's intoxicating, it's forbidden during these 7 days that he is doing the avodah. Now, Erev Yom HaKippurim im Chashecha, as soon as the night of Erev Yom Kippur comes in, meaning the separating meal between before Yom Kippur, they would not permit him to eat a lot. Because a person becomes drowsy when his stomach is full. As we learned in Halacha Ches, in the night of Yom Kippur, the Kohen Gadol would sit, and he would, entire night he would be up, so he shouldn't be asleep. And therefore, they did not give him to eat a lot at the meal, so he'd be able to stay up. What was the purpose they didn't permit him to sleep? Because lest he see Keri, he shouldn't become Tomei, and if he sees Keri for a whole day, he can't do the avodah. Rambam his language is the same as the language of the Mishnah. And Erev Yom Kippur, with nightfall, they would not permit him to eat a lot because eating causes sleep. He has a reason why they would not permit him to sleep. Maybe he'll see Keri and become Tomei. And they would not give him foods which cause a lot of semen. Such as eggs, cholov and milk, cham, which is warm, and the like. Now these they kept from him so that he wouldn't become tomei. We find this in the Bryce in Yuma 18a that these things cause tumah, and therefore they refrained from giving it to him. The Bartanua, the commentary on the Mishnah, explains that they wouldn't give him to eat a lot, even from those foods that do not cause tumah, but they were those foods which bring him to tumah, like milk, eggs, meat, which is fatty, old wine, etc. They would keep from him totally so. The Rambam mentions just eggs and milk, which is warm, hot, and not other things. In Sefer HaMoriah, on the Rambam on Avodah and Karbonos, he explains that the Rambam hinted at this when he adds ukiyotzabahen and other of the like, meaning there are other things like fatty meat and old wine. From the Bostoner Rebbe, from this language, it would seem that only in the meal of Erev Yom Kippur, before nightfall, they wouldn't permit him to eat a lot and give him those items. But from Rashi and Yuma, it would seem that the entire time of that day, from the morning, they wouldn't give him these foods which would cause him to become tomei, possibly become tomei. We're still learning the Peirush Dovah. This is discussed in the poskim, even though we don't have the Beis Hamikdash and we don't have the Avodah, and Hilchos Yom Kippur, which usually does not deal with items which are not relevant to today. That he writes on Erev Yom Kippur, a person shouldn't eat only those foods which are easy to digest, so they shouldn't be satiated or in a hearty frame of mind when he eats. There are more adds, and you also don't eat those things which cause the body to heat up he shouldn't see a discharge, and furthermore, he shouldn't eat foods that have milk in it or have fat in it that cause a lot of semen. The Machon Nesher says that the intention is to hot milk, as according to the Rambam, he mentioned it. As far as the morning meal, the Rambam says that our meaning is to eat these items, and he explains that the forbidden to eat those things which are heat of the body is only at the last meal, not in the morning. The Machon Nesher in Sivkot and Hay cites the Bach that the words of the Rambam refer to the entire day, just as Rashi explained, as we mentioned earlier, that Kohen Gadol, they would keep away the food even from the morning. But milk, the Machon Nesher says, they would drink in the morning, because from the Gemara and Yuma would seem that only from the Kohen Gadol they would keep it, the milk. But others, they don't mention it. The Taz differentiates between that there are foods that one shouldn't eat even in the morning. In any case, from the Rambam we see that from the Kohen Gadol they didn't keep food which caused tumah only in the afternoon, and Rashi is the one who definitely says that it takes place in the morning as well.